Hi guys, it's Carissa, and I have an update for you a lot sooner than I thought I would. So last time I made a video, I let you know that I had a doctor's appointment with my gynecologist. It was just a routine visit to refill my metformin prescription. They do require an appointment, and there isn't an actual ultrasound or exam. I just go to the doctor, talk about how things have been, and he evaluates whether or not he should re-prescribe it based on whatever he learns at the appointment. And I went, and when I went there, found out that he felt that he needed to do some more research on me and talk to some specialists that he knows and just give me as much information as he could on what might be the best solution, whether I should try and lose some weight or if I should just try IVF first, regardless of what my weight is now. And I kind of knew what it was that he was going to say to me, but he just wanted to leave it very open-ended and basically said, I just want to know what's wrong with you and help you out. So it was looking like an August IVF cycle was out of the question because he told me it was going to be a couple of weeks before the blood work came back and before he had a chance to talk to everyone, and so I wouldn't likely hear from him for a while. So when I told Mike about it, he was out of town, and we didn't get to talk really in depth about it. But the little bit that I told him, he was completely fine with. He's always very supportive. And he said, hey, if we want to wait a month, just hear what this guy has to say, and then try it in September instead, that's fine with me. So basically, our initial thought was, and this is what both of us were leaning towards, was still to just try it anyway. We're going to try the IVF. We're just going to wait and hear what he has to say, because the doctor himself said, I'm very unlikely to come to you with some kind of major solution that no one has already thought of. He said, so don't expect that, but I just want to get a feel for what other doctors would say. And that's awfully nice of him, considering he could have just sent me to all of these doctors, made me pay a copay, made me wait for appointments, so I do appreciate that he did that. So while Mike was out of town, he was with his mom, and he says that it was mostly her idea, but they came up with the plan to go on a very short notice vacation, just the two of us, because Mike happens to have a week off coming up very soon, and we haven't had a vacation, just the two of us, like an extended trip away since our honeymoon, which was a very long time ago. We have taken a few road trips for an overnight or two here or there throughout the years, but most of our vacations occurred before we were married, and we just have been so stressed and seen so little of each other lately. Mike's job is very demanding. Mine actually is as well. And between the two of us and our hours and trying to see our families, we don't see each other very much, and the time is not very quality time. A lot of it's just us trying to unwind quietly at the end of the day before we go to bed, and there isn't a lot of conversation, there isn't a lot of discussion. We're both just very wiped out, and the thought of a vacation it always seems like it is our last priority. Especially being that the money that we've needed to spend on fertility treatments has been above and beyond what we typically can financially shell out at any given moment. A vacation just seemed impossible always, but his mom suggested it. Mike kind of thought about it, and he called me on Thursday or Friday afternoon and said, if we're going to wait anyway and not do anything until September, let's go on vacation when I'm off from work for that week. So that was it was such an exciting proposal. He initially suggested Vegas, but we have both been there several times through his former business with his parents, and I've also been on my own with other people, so it was kind of like, well, I know we've never gone there alone, but we've definitely been there plenty of times. So I suggested a place just kind of on a whim, and he agreed, and we just this morning booked our hotel room. So we have a very, very last minute vacation booked, and we're very excited about it. It's a place that I actually vacationed as a child with my family, and I thought that would be really comforting to do again, and I'm just really looking forward to it. I just feel so excited by such a simple gesture. I was really comfortable with that idea too until about an hour after I booked our hotel room, I got a call from my doctor. And I didn't think I'd be hearing from him this quickly. Let me put it this way. If I had not booked a vacation, we would still be doing an August IVF cycle, because what he had to tell me was everything I have always believed on my own, and now I just have confirmation from doctors that the very things that I thought were true are true. And that is that I don't really need fertility treatments. I just need to lose weight. If I want a child before losing weight, I will probably have to do that, of course. But the odds of it working, like IVF, are so much better if I lose weight. So my doctor called me today to say that he spoke with one of the IVF doctors that he knows and that his practice sends patients to. And she looked at my chart and talked basically my information over with him and confirmed that she doesn't feel that I need IVF. She feels that if I lost weight, my fertility would greatly increase and that I would be that much more likely to conceive on my own without medication. And then he talked to the bariatric surgeon that he knows and is one of the main weight loss surgeons in the area. And after he looked at my chart and my information, he also agreed that I would be much more fertile if I lost weight and that I would not need IVF, and that one of the best ways for me to lose weight would be to go ahead with the surgery. So that's great to hear and hard to hear all at once, because I was suspicious of this all along. And where was this information 3 years ago, 5 years ago, or a year ago? Where was this will and want from a doctor to help me? I just got pushed away so many times. And yes, what they were saying was, you just need to lose weight. But I was coming to them saying, I don't know why I can't lose weight, because I mean, I do significantly less now than what I used to as far as physical activity and extreme diets. And I did stuff dedicated for a very long time and just wasn't seeing any results. And they all kept saying, well, you just need to keep doing what you're doing and just lose some more weight and you'll probably get pregnant. And so I believed them, but I also believed there was an underlying issue. And I know that that's now likely just the insulin resistance that I have from the PCOS. So because I have this all confirmed on what I feel like is a 19th opinion, because of all of the doctors that I've tried to see over the last few years, I feel frustrated by it. And I feel like I just don't have any more of an idea of what I should do now than I would have weeks ago. I had to really talk myself into the idea of IVF. I had to really tell myself, just give in and give up, basically, and try it. Because I know IVF doesn't sound like you're giving up, but it was me giving up hope that I had any other option, and that was really what I had to do. And I had to go at all of it as aggressively as possible, especially now that I had the means to do it. I just feel so strongly against putting myself through weight loss surgery, even though it's the main solution to so many of my problems. And it's a quick one, and it's just not something that I ever thought I would do. So, I've been doing the Biggest Loser Challenge through the Facebook group, the closed Facebook group that I've talked about before. As of today, this is our third weigh-in. I've lost 10 pounds. It's coming off very slowly, but it is coming off. If I took a year off to do a weight loss surgery, or if I took a year off to do it this way, it's still a year later. I'm still that much less fertile because of my age and potentially because of who knows what else. So I don't know how I feel about it. I think that my husband would support it either way, and that he is much more open to the idea of me having the surgery than I am. But I'm just very guarded and protective of myself and my organs and just all of that. I'm not saying that I wouldn't be dedicated enough to do it or to go through everything that I'd have to go through. I feel defeated that I feel that that's my best option, and I don't feel any more confident now in what I should do than I was at any other point. In fact, I feel so much more conflicted. So I'm going to have to give a lot of thought to that, because everything in my being screams no when I think about going through that type of a thing. So I don't know. But it's hard because you don't know if doctors are just trying to get you to have surgery, or if they just really want you to be well. So I feel pretty crushed. I feel pretty deflated, because once I had decided to do IVF and kind of got myself in that mindset, I was feeling much more comfortable with our situation than I ever had been before. And now I just feel like there's a really good chance that because of my weight and because of how stubborn I am, if we just decide to jump into IVF anyway next month, that our chances are so much lower because of my weight. And then what do I do? Then what if I do get lucky enough to have children and I still have to face this issue of my weight? Will I get heavier? Will I have even more hard time getting the weight off? Those are things that I need to be concerned about as well. So that's just what's going on over here. So I can't say that I know what I'm going to do, and I don't know when I'm going to know. I don't want to block myself in and feel like I have to decide before my cycle would start in September, because I don't want to feel like I'm that much more closed in and like the time is ticking away. But I've been offered more information on the surgery and on going to seminars and all of that, and my gut instinct tells me that I won't do it and I don't want to do it and that I'm not going to change my mind about it. But I certainly do need to do my research and look into it the best I can. In the meantime, continue to do the things I'm doing to try and lose weight and be healthier, and not spend the time just feeling sorry for myself and crying the whole time because I feel even more stuck than I did before. So I guess when I figure out what it is that I'm going to do, or even if I just have some more information for you, I'll let you know. But as far as it stands right now, there are no official plans yet. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to get my facts together and enjoy my first vacation with my husband since our honeymoon, and focusing on breathing and just see what comes up and see what happens. So thank you guys for being here for me, all of the really great comments that you gave me on my last video, and any information that you have or stories that you have and that you feel that you'd like to share with me. I welcome them as always. Alright guys, thank you very much.